Netflix Cleopatra vs Egypt Cleopatra. My Cleopatra. We are going back in time to 550 to give that slave named Doom some bitches. Chancellor Brunning, the depression has hit and it's austerity time. Can you do it? Yes. President Hindenburg. Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Try to make everyone remember and punish what went wrong before. Years pass, everyone forgets what happened. That bad thing becomes popular again. Bad thing and bad people bring misery again. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and this doggo will help you with cleaning. The city has fallen, yet I am alive. Charge. It's Armenia's fault we are losing. Kill them. If Germany hadn't invaded other countries, the other countries would have ignored the Jew concentration camps. Turks, when the enemy tries to block their ships, I'm 2 steps above you. Britain in British history. Britain in everyone else's history. Quote from Civilization wiped out. What are you gonna do, Genghis Khan? Wipe out our civilization? 1918 German infantry soldiers watching as American troops charged straight at their trench with weird 2-barreled shotguns that shoot dozens of little metal pellets at a time. Amo Koivunen after taking a ton of meth and skiing right past Soviet troops. The myth of consensual peace in the Holy Roman Empire between Protestants and Catholics and Calvinists in 1635. I consent. I consent. I don't. Isn't there somebody you forgot to ask? India. A castle system that fatally crippled their military, government, and economy. Why are we so easy to invade? History of Alexander the Great. Greatest leader. A young maniac. There seems to be some mistake. I'm an American sewing machine company who is neutral in this war. Manufacture the bloody stents. Duck all philosophy except for whatever the hell Diogenes was trying to teach. In a rich man's house there is no place to spit but his face. Diogenes of Sinope. When you are the ugliest mother ducker to ever lived, but still manage to make the girl fall in love with you. Baker, one bread, that'll be 100 million marks. German person in 1923. What the schnitzel? Mommy, why is the sky orange? I don't know, honey. Let's get back home. People imagining how ancient monuments were built. Quick slave, build me another 50 pyramids. Yes master. How they were actually built. I've built a whole village for you and the other workers to live in while you work, and it won't be taken from your payment. Thanks my pharaoh. Spending money on infrastructure, healthcare and education. Overspending on military, Mausoleum, statue and useless state project. Communist states. The Berlin Conference, 1884 to 1885. Europe. What do you want in Africa? Belgium. The Congo. France. West Africa. Portugal. Well, the Treaty of Tordesillas. Europe. Portugal. Friend, have you ever wondered who would win between a Spanish conquistador, a Japanese samurai and an Aztec warrior? Me about to blow his mind. Etani epitas. Isles Nepasa and Paz. That mail must be delivered, or there must be a marine dead at the post of duty. Advanced civilization with great architectural no. It was made by aliens. Theodore Roosevelt, for some reason. This ducking sucks actually. Literal coolest thing ever. I'm declaring war on anyone who puts nuclear weapon within 100 miles of another nuclear power. But black dynamite. We put nuclear weapons within 100 miles of another nuclear power. Sailor on a merchant ship in 1717. Blackbeard. Give me your hat. To Mexico. From Germany. Hey, wanna team up and beat up America? Bronze Age civilization. Writing. International trade. Great cities. Massive populations. Some dude with boats. Emperor Norton seeing Woodrow Wilson call for a League of Nations. He copied my whole flow. Word for word. Bar for bar. Where should the largest land empire in history emerge? Baghdad. City of Caliphs. Constantinople. City of the Emperors. Mongolia. Middle of ducking nowhere. Employee of the month. British colonial history from 1764 to 1776 in a nutshell. British Parliament. King George III. The colonists are boycotting again. Wow, this is such a great comedy actor. I should see more of him to get a good laugh. Some Greeks living in Central Asia. Chinese emperor trying to buy horses from them. Greeks killing the ambassadors and taking the gold. The entirety of Europe looking at Germany in 1933. The Anglo-Saxon army. Please let us rest. We already marched 60 miles today. Harold Godwinson. Just a few more miles today. Those Norwegians will never see this coming. Civilians defending surrender recording. Hirohito recording his surrender speech. George Washington watching his army of hillbillies and farmers defeat the British. Mongols. Being tolerant to other religious. Killing everyone equally. Sal's punishment. Sal, wear a blindfold and touch this cat for 30 seconds. Mer's punishment. Mer declare war on the Trouble Alliance. Hey Alexander. Duck you. What are you doing? I'm going to make a peninsula. Then I'm going to come over there and beat the shit out of you. Hold up. Japan invading Asia in World War II. I've come to liberate you from your colonial oppressors. Great. You'll be better than the British right. You'll be better than the British right. Chandragupta Maurya. Trade offer. I receive greatest empire of subcontinent history along with your daughter. You receive 500 cute elephants. Nobody. Alexander the Great. Anyone who doesn't want to go to war is gay. Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Heresy and fiction. Hail Satan. No, this is heresy. Heresy in reality. Catholic crusade. Kill them all. Orders from the Lord. We just want to live in peace. Will you listen to me? The cat isn't both dead and alive. The cat both isn't dead and isn't alive. Tits, ass, thighs, feet, brains, brows. The ancestors that gave me 5% Neanderthal DNA. Guys, I need help in the Civil War and end slavery. Not our problem. Count me in. We republics have to stick together. Me and the lads are ready to help you out, mate. Have my war elephants, Mr. President. People who like the Roman Empire. People who like Vikings. Nazis. You make us ashamed to be ourselves. Ireland didn't actually exist. That's not real. There was no Irish slavery. The Irish sure had it rough back then, eh? 1916 was a tough go but did it. Our history is so interesting. Ireland was a willing participant in British glory. Ulster is real Irish people. So the Ira boys are back at it, I hear. You think we'll ever qualify for a World Cup? I like rebel songs like Go On Home British Soldiers, that's my favorite. Our emperor is a god. Let's do everything he says. We should surrender. Mom, and if Hitler jumps off a roof, will you? Mussolini. Huh, this Bolshevik leader doesn't seem like that much of a radical. Looks for more info on the guy. Executed for treason. My face when. Germany refuses to provide troops or money for an invasion of Iraq. The United States. Great. So we are taking advice from a two-time loser. James Roosevelt, custodian of Teddy's inheritance. Theodore, did you just spend $2,500? $77,354 adjusted for inflation on a ducking girl. Teddy Roosevelt, horrendously down bad. But uncle, I love her. The Habsburg royal family every time they had a child. Is he smart, or is he like me? A brutal dictatorship. Anti-communist. A trusted ally. Henry Kissinger's view on American foreign policy and relations. In 1887, a group of men added a woman named Susanna M. Salter to a mayoral ballot as a joke intended to humiliate women. Instead, she won over 60% of the vote and became America's first female mayor. Oh no. 1,000 Ottoman soldiers. Carolus Rex and his 4 royal guards. Media. Haha. Red Army equals human wave. Germans at Stalingrad. Spare rifle anyone? Sir. Rifles won't save us from T-34. Half of the peasants die of famine. The nobles doubling the taxes to compensate. Greeks. Romans. Spies during the Cold War risking their life and limb to sneak into the most secured areas, only to whip out a miniature camera. Relax, I just wanna take some pictures. You look nice today. You look nice today. Flirting. Harassment. Know the difference. George S. Patton. When a man in his 20s who has hardly used a rifle in his entire life is traumatized after watching his friends being blown to pieces. Pathetic. That feeling when you raise the national literacy rate by 60%, created an agriculturally self-sufficient society, planted 10 million trees thus literally stopping the desertification of your country, and vaccinated 2.5 million children in a matter of weeks, all without foreign aid, and all within just 4 years, but the world just remembers you as some African warlord. Whack. Stalin. We did not commit the Katyn massacre, but the Polish kind of deserves it. Churchill and Roosevelt. People with disabilities. Circus owners during 1800s. IDF. My soldiers keep damaging their rifles by opening soda with it. Yes, real Balashnikov. Allow me to fix that. Missed a day from my CIA job in the 70s. My coworkers. Yesterday we established a dictatorship in Latin America. Pedro, now that I have become a king, I want every single one of you nobles to swear an oath to my beloved queen, which she deserves. A noble, but, your highness, that's a corpse. Pedro to that noble. SS officers attempting to demonstrate their moral superiority at Sobibor extermination camp, 1943. Please, take some bread. I'm not hungry. A pack of cigarettes then. Smoking is bad for your health. The Dutch thinking they got the steal of the century purchasing Manhattan for $24 in beads. The tribe who sold it who never even owned the land. Commonwealth between the years 1655 to 1772. Nah, no big deal. It's temporary. Commonwealth after first partition 1772. I need functioning government now. Julius Caesar easily defeating the separated tribes of Gauls. The Gauls, united just so they can kick him out of their land. Julius Caesar. 99% level of stress. Thomas Edison explaining to the patent office why he deserves credit for inventing the light bulb. Turned out it already existed, but I arrived at it independently. Hello Nazi regime. Hello Bayer Pharmaceuticals. We would like to purchase 150 healthy, Jewish, women for trials to test experimental drugs we are producing. Done. Hello again Nazi regime. Unfortunately, all 150 of the subjects have died. We would like to purchase another 150 women. Done. Costa Rica declares war on Germany in World War I. Germany's reaction. I had a long and distinguished career. I saved countless lives in one of the deadliest wars. I sank on my maiden voyage. Man, it sure is hard trying to find this elusive serial killer. At least you always listen to my ramblings, Ed. It's like you really care about what I have to say. You're welcome, buddy, anytime. Cut my wife into pieces. This is my last divorce. But I'm Celtic like you. Go hang with the Germanics. But I'm Germanic like you. Go hang with the Latins. But I'm Latin like you. Oh, duck off. History is written. Defeated sides' tales of bravery exist. The victors It's a total fabrication, pure fiction, not a chance wrong, no way, it never happened. Roosevelt. Churchill. Where the duck is my second front. Modern day simps. Look, my favorite e-girl just dropped some new bath water. Now I must get a whole supply. Ancient times simps. Alright. That should be enough sweat and blood gathered from these gladiators. With this, I shall be the most beautiful woman in all of Rome. Greeks. When Romans talk about their mythology, do not cite the deep magic to me, which I was there when it was written. The Soviet cannibal island. What to do with overflowing prisons? Let's send them to a remote island without food. 2 weeks later. Please don't eat me. Survival of the fittest, my comrade. What is the license fee? We at the Saloon Row have to pay $200. $200? That isn't half enough. It ought to be $1,000. Sultan Mohammed III of Morocco accurately predicting the US becoming the world's leading naval power and allying with them. Dystopian movie. Shows an evil corporation that has all the power in society, makes laws, and has a private army. People, that's so scary. Thank God stuff like that is just fictional. The East India Company. Give me Mega Chad. That's better. Hannibal. 50,000 Roman soldiers. Rome. 50,000 more soldiers. British-French rivalry. We are the most iconic rivals in history. Yes. Dutch Sea rivalry. At it again, Dhaka. John Lennon's music. John Lennon's personal life. Dreaming about living with noble officer in 18th to 19th century. This mother ducker lost his estate in a card game and then died in a duel, leaving you with 3 children. This war is a living hell. If only I could be in one of these scientific expeditions far away from the front. Meanwhile in Antarctica, our ship has been prisoner from the ice for 2 years now. And since there is a world round, nobody is going to help us. When you learn King Henry I of England fathered 22 illegitimate children. Trade offer. You receive ability to read. We receive deciding what you're allowed to read. Tourists. What a nice glass statue. I wonder what it means. Residents of Omag, Northern Ireland. Those islands belong to Argentina. If you don't give in, we will invade your territory. We can destroy your capital in less than 2 hours. I like playing with chemical weapons. Oh my god, Japanese history is so cool. You know the samurai were the most honorable warriors in history. Also samurai. Okay, who wants to be raped first? Some jerks decided to build this, and now I have to learn 3 languages. What a tank design 50 years ago looks like in my head. What a tank design 50 years ago actually looks like. I'm telling you sir, the O-rings will never hold in temperatures this low. We have to postpone the launch. We are doing it anyway. What? Nothing ever happens. Firecle. I sure do love being the nation with the largest number of saltpeter deposits. It seems Europe has just started a great war. This will surely boost my economy. Note, saltpeter is one of the main components of gunpowder. What happened to my economy? Nothing personal, mean friend. Karl Marx. Britney Spears. The alienation FOM and thus appeared as the fundamental evil of capitalist society. My loneliness is killing me. US Armed Forces at My Lai, Vietnam. Look, it was a Tina thing that happened. It was no big deal. It says here up to 500 women, children and elderly men were murdered. You know what? Duck you. Unnavels your naval engagement. What we think medieval heresies are like. What they actually were like most of the time. Ducking hate you and hope you die. I have a slightly different interpretation of biblical scripture. Modern pro-natalist policies. Please 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 have kids. We'll give you 50 yen per child and free daycare. Lol. Waifu, wife. Ancient pro-natalist policies. Get married or I'm taking away your inheritance. Yes, Caesar. Right away Caesar. Communists and social democrats blaming each other for the rise of the Nazis. The conservatives who actually brought them to power. They thought they could control Hitler. Hannibal Barca after wiping out 20% of the Roman male fighting population just in one single battle. Hannibal Barca when he realized that the Romans are still not giving up. My lord, one of these guys just embarrassed me by kissing me in the dark. But I broke his cap string, so we'll know who did it. When the light is back, please punish the molester. Actually, everyone, break your own cap string. Dakota Territory, 1833. You want us simply us? Indeed. Here's $14,000. But you've only known us for like 3 hours. You want a receipt, mister? No need. I trust you both with my life. What the duck? Your military budget is looking really sparse. Oh, this again. Hey, do you remember who helped the Dutch in World War II? Damn it, you can't keep using that line. Go Canada. Don't get me wrong, he loves you. I know, but don't you think, then, that you should be the military that the Dutch think you are? We are the best private detectives money can buy. What can we do for ya, Mr. Gold? This Roosevelt fellow is quite the pain. Search for incriminating evidence. Surely he has done some foul act in his life. Later. It's no use, sir. As far as we can tell, he has literally done nothing bad in his entire life up to this point. How is that possible? For Christmas I want a dragon. Be realistic. A united Roman Empire. What color do you want your dragon? Politics now. Damn it. How did we fumble that stock trade? Now we can't afford that third mansion. Politics then. Bang bang bang, shut the duck up. I declare that the amendment has passed. Cry about it. Mr. Speaker, I will shove that gave up your ass. 30,000 kids realizing the sailors giving them passage to the Holy Land are gonna sell them into slavery instead.